The broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Happy Monday and good evening, good morning, good afternoon, MIM team around the world. I'm super excited to have you all joining us this evening. My name is Rebecca Robinson. I'm a diplomat with Global Wealth Trade, for those of you who don't know me, and I'm based out of Ottawa, Canada. And it's my absolute pleasure to introduce you to our team trainer for the night, Diamond Winsbert Regis. Winsbert actually hails from the beautiful island of St. Lucia. He is a husband and father of two multi-talented, self-employed individuals, and he saw this opportunity in March of 2014 and launched his email pretty close after in April of the same year. Winsbert is one of the core team leaders for St. Lucia, and he has received the Most Improved Email Operator Award in November of 2016, and he was awarded Leader of the Month in March at our 11th year convention as well. And he's on a drive in self-development and achieving greatness right now, and I know that he's going to hit that for sure. So Winsbert's objective right now is to motivate and share with as many people about his business as he can. He's building a network of serious people to earn additional income. So without further ado, I am going to pass it over to our Monday night MIM team call trainer, Diamond Winsbert Regis. Winsbert, are you there?
I am there, Rebecca. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much, Rebecca, for this warm introduction. I am ever always so excited to be here, ladies and gentlemen, and to do the Monday night team call training. But before I get started on the training, ladies and gentlemen, I want to go through this, and it is an honor for me to be able to speak about our CEO, the forensic networker. Listen, we are so blessed with our very own forensic networker, and this is the gentleman who wrote this, Ramin Mesgalo, ladies and gentlemen, aka the forensic networker, founder and CEO of the forensic networker and the forensic advanced marketing and experience fame. The biography on our CEO, ladies and gentlemen, Ramin Mesgalo has spent more than half of his life as a high-performing direct seller of MLM and the top trainer, Regis direct sales multi-leverage profession in 1990. Business partners, listen, at the age of 20 and spend the next 14 years building. And imagine we can do this very same thing. And this is where he's putting his all he have done into this business, and he has put it out there so that we can be successful. For home business empires, Ramin Mesgalo explains the building multi-million-dollar empires is nice. What is really he is really proud of, ladies and gentlemen, the fact of the 12 of those 14 years he spent in the field working as a full-time high-performing and high-earner distributor. But listen, you can always get the rest of the biography about our CEO. But right now, ladies and gentlemen, I just had to read that part to you to let you know that we are so privileged and blessed to be able to have this gentleman at our corner and to be our top man here and pushing us and giving us all the opportunity that we need to be successful. Now let's get to the training tonight. And the training is about the highest income earners, ladies and gentlemen. Now I hope you're taking notes, yeah? The highest income earners in direct sales are the best storytellers. Best storytellers. You learn to tell your story, your own 2-minute story. With your family member, you can do it with your dog, your cat, your pet. You can stand in front of a mirror, write down your story, and speak it out to yourself. And while you keep on doing it, you will see other places where you need to change a few lines and to incorporate something, because your why, your story must be so touching. Even when you say it to persons, it makes them cry. And this is the importance of knowing. Now your 2 minutes to consist of the following components, ladies and gentlemen. One, when you started your business, a number of months or how many years, there is one you tell in your story as to when you start. And this is important. Once you start, when you start, the time that you start, because timing is everything. So you need to let persons know why you start your business, ladies and gentlemen. Is it for more money? I know when I started my business, I started for more money. Like you've heard Rebecca said that I'm multi-talented, and I am multi-talented. It's because there are places whereas when I cannot do certain things, I'm able to go and hit the other one and hit the other one so that I can continue to take care of my bills and take care of my family. You're doing this why? For less stress, more time with your family, etc. To be able to spend more time with your family. Watch your children grow. You love to do adventure, and this is why you have to incorporate that, but it have to be short and sweet, to the point. Who introduced you? You know, who introduced you to the business? It could be a friend, it could be a family, advertisement, etc. Everyone must have a way in getting to know this business. For me, I got the invitation, yes, I got the invitation via social media, but my ignorance did not allow me to see it. So my wife got an invitation. And this is why everybody has a way in getting into this business. You write it down and you remember that. Your 2-minute story consists again the following components, ladies and gentlemen. One, we have the products, testimonials, retail sales, experience, stories, and your passion for the product. Now, we're talking about the product. Today, I had an opportunity. Today, I was at a board of directors meeting where I'm one of the board of directors with one of my banks. And at the meeting, persons saw this. They saw my product because I am a product of the product. So this is where you have to know about your product and you can tell persons about your product. Yeah, the experience and your self-confidence, the passion to talk about your product. Testimonials. Share the following in this order. You have income when you launch a video, how much you've earned, or the size of your team. You have total sales volume. All these are business testimonials. So you can, because while you're in this business, your business constantly growing, and when you're active in your business, it grows even more because you're not in the business yourself. Remember, you have a team. So constantly your team growth is going to be continually growing. So you have to be in a courant. You have to be up to date on always checking your business. Yeah, so I hope I'm not going through this too fast with you and you're understanding what I'm saying. So, ladies and gentlemen, you remember, if you have 10 members who start enrollment package in your team, regardless of who enroll them, that is $10,000 in wholesale products sales, and up to 30,000 in retail product sales, depending on the retail markup on the product. These figures demonstrate a good business. Over the time, you will accumulate hundreds of thousands or even millions of dollars in sales volume in the business that you start part-time with only a couple of $1,000s or less. Part-time, remember that, part-time, okay? And couple thousand. So you have to remember this, ladies and gentlemen. So our next slide is that I want to say, just, it's not always how much profit you put into your pocket now, because remember, you're building a business. If you have a growing business sales volume that you have not yet cashed in, you are on the right track, because you are building a team. And even while you're building a team, you make wholesale profit. And wholesale profit is based on how many persons that you launch. And every time things are happening into your business, you're getting PV, CV, and all this in able to build your business, so you can cash in once you've qualified your business and once you do it the right way. So this is not difficult. This is simple, easy steps, and once you learn it and you stay focused, you are on the right. The traditional business are not expected to see any profit for the first 3 to 5 years, and I can testify to that, because I've just hit my third year in this business. I've made wholesale profit, but I have so much volumes accumulating all the time, just waiting for when I get my 1 foot, 2 foot to be able to cash in. And even when when you cash in, you don't take the money and spend, because this is a business. You have to treat it as a business. So it took Amazon.com almost 8 years before they saw any profit. So don't be afraid to tell persons that you have not made any profit. Don't be afraid, because this is a great business that you have. In direct sales, the profit can pour in from weeks, or for some it can take or longer for those before to see any kind of profit. So don't feel embarrassed, or don't feel intimidated. Okay, if your team is growing and it is generating commissionable volume, let me tell you, then you are on the right track. Stay on that track. Stay focused. The unused volume is like your NASDAQ. NASDAQ is waiting to cash at a later date. And once you start cashing and you continue to do what you're supposed to do, building your team, let me tell you, the money will be flowing like the river overflowing in banks. You are on the right track. Now, the 2-minute story, it is the 2-minute story. We have a sample here, ladies and gentlemen, and it will go like when. Let's say, for instance, Jane, I started my part-time business from home with a company out of Toronto, St. Lucia, Dominica, wherever, and a year ago or 6 months ago. Why? I felt that I really needed to do some other than my job to be able to get the things I really want in life. I like being able to afford to cycle school, and it goes and it's just as simple as that. But you can, after you've used this sample, you can always take in stuff and put in there just to suit you. You understand what I'm saying? And you use it. Who introduced you? For me, I first saw it, you heard when I first saw it online. Then my wife got invitation. This is where I really saw this business. So it could be you walking and you heard some persons talking about it, and then you wanted to know more. And these are many reasons why you or you can say whosoever, or whichever way that you get to know. So somebody told you one day about this business, He was doing part-time. He was really excited, and you have to, you cannot fake this. If you fake this, persons will know. You have to be you. Excited, sounded interesting to me, because even with my busy schedule, it was something that I could do on weekends from home. Whichever time that you have, you schedule your time and you're able to do this. So all these are samples in ways to tell your story. The products. I have really floored by the product line. World class is an understatement. I don't often get excited, but everywhere I went, people ask me about my products. And for instance, me today, I'm so excited about it. Naturally, I decided to start my own part-time business with them, just to offer the products to friends and family, associates. I mean, who is interested? It's been interesting, and most importantly, let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen, it's been really fun. And it's been really, once you put fun into it, put love into it, and it will just flow. It is you. And this is exactly what this business is about. It's not about working and being stressed. No. This business is about having fun. You have fun with your business. You have fun with your products, your story, everything, sharing it. You have fun. The One day I checked my email and I saw an email notification that I have made about 500 Canadian, because some of the people I had talked to decide to go to my website and buy some products. Easy as that. It was so cool. So I called my friend John and I thank him for introducing me to this business. Then what I do? I started thinking, people, use this 500 that I just made. So I started telling everyone about my experience and this company. Guess what? 14 people or 500 people, etc., since have also started their own part-time business with this company, just because I decided to talk to them about it. How cool is that? For the past year, we have an error there. Over the past year, my little business has done over hundreds of thousands or whatever it is. And you always speak factual to your persons. In retail sales, can you believe that? So in all that, you create curiosity in persons, and with your excitement, they will want to join you. They will want to come and see what you're talking about, to experience it, and to be able to do it themselves too. So we have Bob here. Let's say, Bob, let's meet one day next week and have a conversation about this. These are ways you can sit with persons and do it the right way. You don't discuss your business place, your business with respect. You ask them what day, time be good, or is night better. You always give your guest, your prospect, the power to choose. Don't overpower them. Give them the power to decide, and respect whatever decision they've made concerning that. So will Tuesday be good or Thursday? So you always give them so you give them one or two options to choose from. And if it cannot work, so you find another way in getting them to book that tour. So you exchange detail and you make an appointment, and this is important. Always have a notebook with you, so that a daily planner is the best thing. So when you meet persons and you want to book an appointment, you will go through your daily planner and see what day and time is available, and you can book your name. As you can see, this is an extremely conservative story, and it is still really fun. So you can use the template above to create your own 2-minute story using the important 5 components, 300 to 400 words. So you have, and this is there to guide you. So you have all the examples so that use it. It is effective. It is simple and effective. Learn this. So what is your story? So, wow. Rebecca.
Wow, 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 wow. Winsbert, can you hear me okay?
I can hear you loud and clear. I can't believe it's all over. I'm just getting warmed up. You sure there's not a slide that's missed?
That's a lot. You covered a lot of information. Congrats to you, Winsbert. What a great job. Team, this is maybe a short and sweet training, but there's so much information in here. I am recording the call, so I'll share that in the group once I've got it converted over, and you'll be able to listen to it and take some more notes. But it's really, really crucial that you take some time and create your 2-minute story. You know, the impact that this can have on your business is tremendous. So you want to do yourself a service and take some time and make sure that you're putting together your 2-minute story in a way that's going to really create curiosity and pique someone's interest. And for all of you that were on the Global Boot Camp on Saturday, Renee Liao was talking about this, our national ambassador and our youngest millionaire. And, you know, the whole point of this 2-minute story is that you want to pique their curiosity and then book the appointment. And the best way to do that is to follow this structure and then learn it very well inside out so that when somebody asks you, you can tell it right away. You don't have to think about it. You aren't saying too much and you're not saying too little. And, you know, everybody in the company that is successful and is, you know, building big teams and making lots of money, they have their 2-minute story. Because I get to work with our national ambassador, Reza Mazgarlu, here in Ottawa, I hear his 2-minute story all the time. And let me tell you, team, that story has really not changed in 8 years. It is the same story that everyone hears. It makes it nice and easy for us to be able to edify him. And he knows before he comes up into the front of the room what he's going to say to the group. So, you know, the 2-minute story is important in a lot of different areas. It's important in your live tours so that when you have people coming up to give testimonials, they already know what they're going to say. And if you're the person that has been doing the presentation, you can guide the questions using this formula so that you have the same consistent testimonials from every person. Now they're going to vary, obviously, because somebody who's been in the business a while might focus on income, and somebody who has just gotten started might focus on the product testimonial. So you have to pick and choose what works best for you to tell your story the best. But it's important that everybody's using really the same formula. Now the same happens, you know, we have in the MIM team alone, we have 5 online tours that happen every week. We have them on Monday, Tuesday, and Friday at 7 p.m. Eastern and Caribbean time. And then we have them at 2 p.m. and on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 8 p.m. South Africa time, which happens to be 2 p.m. Eastern and Caribbean time right now. So, you know, that's 5 opportunities that we have to present our business to people around the world. We want to make sure that we use the same formula online as we would for a live tour, right? We want to make sure that our guests are getting the same type of testimonial and that they're, you know, being given a really great picture of all the different ways that this business is working for different people. So if you notice, you know, I try and present my testimonial pretty much in the same formula. I think that, you know, I'm looking at mine again and improving it again, but that's how we all get better, right? So take some time. I encourage you to, you know, sit down once I get the recording out. If you haven't taken notes, listen to it again, take some notes. If you've been to Forensic Networker training, this is straight from the Forensic Networker book, and so you can use that as your guideline as well. But any of you as well that want the actual PowerPoint presentation, just hit me up in WhatsApp with your email address. I'd be happy to send it along to you as well. And that way, you know, you can take your time. Everybody learns in a different way, and you can take some time to write out your 2-minute story. Now, the other important thing is practice it. You know, like Winsbert said, practice it with your pets, with your family, with your friends, in the mirror. It doesn't really matter. There's lots of different ways you can practice now because you want it to be natural and you want to really be on autopilot when it comes to telling your story. And it doesn't have to be long, right? It just has to be to the point so that people will get curious and that they'll be able to relate to something you're saying in there. So I don't know if we don't have any questions this evening. Wondering if anybody has any comments about their own, or questions about their own 2-minute story. I'll give you guys a few minutes. While I'm waiting to see if there are any other questions or comments, I did want to touch on a reminder for you all of a couple of very important events coming up. We have our Tuesday night Fast Start training tomorrow. So if you're in international time, that's I believe at you know what? I don't want to give you guys the wrong time, but it's in your back office, the link to the international training, and I will try and remember to put a reminder up for you. It's at 9:15 p.m. Eastern time and Caribbean time in North America. But again, the Fast Start training, that's your step 2 momentum in your back office. When you log in and you're in your dashboard and you see step 2 momentum training, that's what's happening live online every Tuesdays. So if you haven't listened to it in a while and you need a refresher, get plugged in. And certainly if you have new LCs that have started, new email operators, you want to get them plugged into that right away. It happens every Tuesday. And of course, Sunday night is the not to be missed leadership training every Sunday night. We have an international call that happens in the afternoon for North America and in evening time, of course, for Africa and Europe. And then it happens again at 9:15 every Sunday night, Eastern Standard Time and Caribbean time in North America. You do not want to miss these trainings. We had a phenomenal call last night with all of the RAs that just came back from the unbelievable trip to Cancun, Mexico, and the Paradisus Resort. Unparalleled. I've never seen a resort like that. Just phenomenal. The experiences that they all had. And if you missed that call, make sure that you get a hold of a copy of it to listen again, because it will inspire you. It will inspire you to take action. It will help you to dream again. And we all need that help from time to time. But this coming Sunday, you do not want to miss, because our Senior VP, Sanaz Human, will be doing a training again. And you should not miss any Sunday night call, but you especially do not want to miss next Sunday night's call. The other reminder I wanted to leave you all with, of course, is the insane, I mean really beyond insane, Fairy Flawless promotion that is ongoing right now. You know, remember, even if you're not in Canada and the US, you can take advantage of these promotions. You just need to have your product shipped to somewhere in Canada and the US, and then you'll have to figure out logistics to get it to you if you're outside those two countries. But you are still eligible to take part in the promotion no matter where you live in the world. I saw some information bouncing around about our team in St. Lucia being able to get some fairly easily, I understand, working through a connection in Miami. So, you know, where there's a will, there's a way. You guys need to get this Flawless in your hands and on your faces. I'm telling you, my life is changed because of Fairy Flawless already. I just love this product. I'm so excited about it. And, you know, you need to get some in your hands and you need to get it out there and start the buzz. I know Diplomat Tony Walker did a phenomenal job with Jose and I think it's Alvin Trotman in Barbados on the weekend. They started to spread the word already about Fairy Flawless, and I think some of you saw the video. That was amazing. This is just the beginning. I know for myself, I'm hosting a branding party and a Fairy Flawless launch on Thursday this week with my mom. My mom is a quiet, you know, supporter of me. She always has been, and this has got her excited about possibly starting to get actively involved in the business. So, you know, surprises come from all corners, and that's exactly what Fairy Flawless is doing for us. It is taking us to the billion, unquestionably so. You want to make sure that you get started with this as soon as possible. So I don't see any questions at this point. I'm just going to take another check to see if we've got any hands up, any more comments. But again, let's see. Well, we have a congratulations from Diplomat Tony Walker. Kudos to Winsbert for a great job tonight. Thank you for your encouragement, Rebecca. Oh, you're welcome. Absolutely. You and your team did a great job as well. Well, you know what? We had an event here in Ottawa yesterday and worked it with my Sideline sisters, and we had a great time. We made some new contacts and started to build some great relationships and get the word out in Ottawa. So that's really what it's about, everyone. You know, building the relationships, getting the word out. Let's start really working our business loud. You know, other companies are loud and full of hype because they have to be, because they don't have the foundation to back up what they're claiming. And unlike those other companies, we have the best compensation. We have the best products, and we need to start acting like what we have, right? We need to be excited about it. So that's a little bit off topic, but I wanted to encourage you all to get out there, start spreading the word. You know, in terms of our topic for tonight, getting back to that just for another minute, I would encourage all of you to send me, if you're interested in giving your 2-minute story as a testimonial. What I think that we should all be doing as a team on our online tours is starting to organize more who's going to do the testimonials. So, you know, we've already done a phenomenal job. Valencia has done she did an astronomical job getting all of our April tours lined up with presenters. She did it in about a day. And I'm just impressed with her her capability in that regard. It would be really great, team, if we have some people who would also commit to being on those specific calls to do a testimonial. Really what we want to make sure we're doing is, you know, lining up kind of our least experienced to our most experienced testimonials, right? So, for example, if we have 3 people that are getting up and talking about their business in Ottawa, we're always going to start with maybe the newest member who has the smallest team or the least amount of income to begin with, and then we're going to go to, you know, the next person who's maybe been in the business a little bit longer, had a bit more success, and we always close it with Reza. because I mean, who tops Reza's story, right? Our top income earner in the company, multi-millionaire, two-time President's Cup award winner, makes, you know, $500 every 42 to 47 minutes. So we want to make sure that when we're doing our testimonials, we know the story of the people that are coming on so that we can position the strongest person last, and their role is going to be a little bit different because you want them to come in and really close the deal for everybody, right? So, you know, just a thought. Certainly, if you have an interest, you know, we can talk about it in the WhatsApp chat. You can send me a message on Facebook Messenger, however you want to get in touch with me. You know, I don't need to be coordinating this all myself, but I'm happy to, you know, get the ball rolling, and let's all work together as a team because, you know, as the MIM, we want to take home at least half of the awards next year at convention, and it starts now, right? So anybody is always welcome to contribute ideas. I certainly don't have them all, and if we all work together in this regard, we're going to do a clean sweep. I just know it. So don't see any more questions. Winsbert, did you have anything else that you wanted to add tonight?
Oh, yes, sure. One of the things I want to add, Rebecca, persons can always sit down with, I mean, if you're new in the business and you want to be able to find your story, because even when I started and I told my leader that, you know, I cannot tell my story. I need her help in telling my story. And she asked me, you have to have somebody that will listen and this is what it is. You have a powerful story. And when I relate my story to Venetia, and she speak of my story, and I'm there with my mouth wide open and I'm saying, wow. And that is my story. And even when she speak of my story, I say, hey, listen, you know, you've been speaking about my story. This is my story. I am the one who's supposed to be telling my story that way. And I give discipline as to what you want. You want to be able to tell your story. You don't want somebody else to tell your story better than you. So you practice. So I practice and I practice, and every time I incorporate things and I remove this and I remove that, and I'm getting better. I am not there yet, but I am getting better in telling my story. And every time I tell my story, and I know persons for a fact have heard my story, and they feel so honored and motivated, you know. So others has a story. Write it down. Have somebody listen to you and help you with your story. This is what we are about. We are one team, helping each other to find their way. And I'm so grateful that that Rebecca Rubinson here is the host for tonight, and I was the trainer, and I learn all the time, and she fuels me. She fuels me, ladies and gentlemen, and find somebody that will fuel you and to work with. Person that enroll you into the business, but find a partner, find persons that are able to, that you can create a little group you're comfortable with, and start there. And let me tell you, you're going to go places, and persons will see you. The world is watching you now. So get your story out, write it down, practice it over and over, speak it to yourself, record it, listen to it, play it over, record again, and you will get there. Let me tell you, once you want to do it, you will do it. If I can do it, he has done it, and he has put it up there for us to see and to use it as a template for us to be able to do it as well. So I don't see why you can do it. Rebecca, let me tell you, we are going places, and I'm not going to watch others go places and I am there on the sideline. I am coming along too.
Absolutely, absolutely, and that is exactly what it's all about. That is why we have our weekly team calls as well. Winsbert, I want to let you know, I just got another comment in from Candace Smashnuck out in Alberta, and she said, great job. I really enjoyed listening, and I learned a lot. And she said, yay, and I can tell you when Candace says yay, she is super, super excited. So, ladies and gentlemen, I don't want to extend this too much longer. We don't have any more questions for right now. So I will wrap this up for the evening. I want to thank you all very much for your time. We had a phenomenal turnout this week. So I invite you all to bring at least one more team member onto the call next week. And let's get this MIM ball just rolling. As I mentioned, I did record the call, so once I get that converted, I will get it posted up in the WhatsApp chat, and I'll get it shared out there so you can all listen and learn again. And you know what? I wish you all success and an absolutely phenomenal week. And give you the next few minutes for those of you that are going to be getting onto the CDSE call. You've got a few minutes now to take a quick stretch and do what you have to do and get settled in for the CDSE call. So if you're not qualified to get on that call yet, let's get going, guys. If you need help with strategy, work with your My5, work with whoever leaders you resonate with. Let's get a strategy in place to get you to Diplomat. We've got this phenomenal promotion in place where you can strategize your very flawless purchases to help you get upgraded. I know of one upgrade that happened again today just because of someone taking advantage of the flawless promotion and taking action in their business. So if you aren't quite clear on that, there is a training around the promotions again, or get with your My5 and get the strategy in place to get yourself upgraded. We only have until April 20th to take advantage of these really ridiculous promotions. I can't believe Ramin has been so generous to us, but we want everybody to have success, and like Winsbert said, we want you all coming along with us. So without further ado, I suppose we've got one more comment coming in from Diplomat Tony. She says, you know of two such upgrades. Oh yes, I do know of two such upgrades. You're right. So we also had a gentleman, Andrew, in the Caribbean who took advantage of this today, and we had another team member here in Ottawa. So that's just two people we know of, and I'm sure in the MIM group there were more people that took advantage of the upgrade today. Oh, thank you, Tony. Andrew Bascom from Barbados. Yes. I could visualize him and his picture from Facebook, but I couldn't remember his last name. So thank you for that. And Nancy Mackay in Ottawa, she upgraded as well. So we've got two new diamonds on our team. We want to create a culture of diamonds and diplomats, and no member left behind. So let's all do this, you guys. We've got 10 more days, 9.5 more days to take advantage of this promotion. If you need help strategizing, let's get this done. We want to make sure, and we want to get it done now so that any new people you bring on also have the advantage of the next 9 days to be able to help other people as well. This isn't just about you, and it's not just about your immediate email operators, but all of the ones that we can get launched in the next 9 days. We want them to have the same equal opportunity as we do. So keep that in mind. It is an exciting time. The world hasn't even begun to see what we are capable of yet, and there are a lot of great things to happen this year. So I'm going to shut this down now and say good evening and good morning and good afternoon to all of you. Have a phenomenal week. And looking forward to seeing what activity we can get done in the next week, and how we can spring into the end of April and the beginning of May with a lot of success in the MIM team. So signing out to you from Ottawa tonight, and I know Winsbert signing out from
St. Lucia.
Yeah. Awesome.
That's nice.
We want to wish
Good
you
evening.
all a very happy night and, you know, very strong to the billion.
To the billion. Good night.